This morning, airports nationwide are running smoothly yet again. That's very different from what we saw about 24 hours ago when planes were grounded nationwide due to an FAA computer outage. And today we're learning more about what exactly happened. Our Evan Kozlov joining us live from Reagan National Airport for us this morning. And Evan, there are now calls, at least from members of Congress and others, looking for an investigation into what caused all of this mess.
Right, and they're going to get it. The FAA says that they're now going to do a thorough review. That says a lot of passengers are looking for answers this morning after a very frustrating day where flights were grounded for hours.
Not well at the moment.
From this passenger in Madison, Wisconsin.
We've gone 0 miles so far.
We have a delay.
To these two in Dallas. To this one here in our nation's capital.
You would not think that this could happen in this day and age.
A lot of frustration after thousands of flights were canceled or delayed.
The flight was delayed 5.5 hours.
And this morning, some answers about what caused this. According to the FAA, there were problems with the Notice to Air mission system. That's what alerts pilots to current conditions and potential safety issues on their route. We're now learning that problems actually started Tuesday afternoon but continued overnight.
We're going to own it, we're going to find it, and we're going to fix it.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg asked by reporters yesterday whether we need to be worried about another meltdown like this happening again.
What people need to know is that we will not allow anything to take place that is not safe. But this is precisely why our focus right now is on understanding, identifying, and correcting anything related to the root cause of how this happened in the first place.
As calls for an investigation continue, the FAA now saying that this may have been caused by a damaged database file.
And Larry, coming up at 6:30, we're going to talk with hear from a former NTSB chair who's going to break down whether he believes it was a good idea to ground those flights for all those hours. And Larry, I can tell you right now, I just looked at the board. It's not the sea of red that we saw yesterday.
Yeah, speaking of that sea of red that we saw yesterday, 450 flights, more than that, delayed yesterday, 61 canceled across the country. We were also doing a little digging. You and I were talking earlier this morning about some issues that we saw in Canada as well. Can you elaborate on some of the issues that we saw in the Canadian airspace related to this issue?
Yeah, we did a little research on that this morning. So they have the same NOTAM system, but it's run by a company called NAV Canada. And if you look on their social media page yesterday, they did give a couple updates on this. So around 12:30 or so, they did tell people and confirm that, yes, they had an issue with their NOTAM entry system. But then at around 2:30, they said that they believe, this is a quote here, they do not believe it to be related to the FAA situation. So obviously a lot of people commenting on that were a little confused by the coincidence there, but they're saying, nope, not related. Larry?
Yeah, a rough day for travelers yesterday. Hopefully things will improve moving forward. Evan Kozlov reporting live at Reagan National. Evan, thank you.